I was listening to, well, I guess between you and I talking, another great Canadian, in my opinion, another Alberta boy, Jordan Peterson, talk about sort of the values and meaning in life, as he does from a philosophical point of view. And he was saying a lot of these sort of same things of why people these days are so empty. And it's because they're, filling their time with things that don't matter. And a lot of this could be media or video games, and talking about, the idea of the most important thing that you'll do is raise kids, because they provide meaning if you never have it. And as we'll talk about a little bit, talks about all these, barren women as they enter into their 40s and 50s. You sound like you're saying a lot of those same sort of things.
I've experienced the joy of fatherhood, and I want to share it. I want to share my joy. I see all my friends, my childless female friends that I went to high school with, and they're miserable. And they're asking me dating advice, and I feel like saying, honey, you're 45. That ship has sailed. I don't have any advice. No one wants you. You waited too long. You focused on your stupid career that you don't even like. What have you done, dummy? You screwed up. You bought that whole myth, hook, line, and sinker. And we're Canadian. We started drinking illegally at maybe 14, 15. By the time you're 25, you've probably done – pardon me?
Big Bears. Big Bear 40s. Yeah.
You've probably done a shoebox worth of Coke, a air conditioner box full of marijuana, and enough beer and booze to fill a swimming pool, an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And you go, nope, I need to keep partying. I'm 25. I need to keep on rocking. And, I mean, by 30, if your oats aren't sown, you have mental problems. How much Coke do you have to do?
So,
right?
Well, do you, because one of the things that I never considered when I was listening to Jordan Peterson that came out a little bit later is that a lot of his philosophical ideas come from the necessity of having religion and a God. Do you believe in any of this, or have these sort of infected your viewpoints?
That's the epiphany you have, too, when you have kids. I was an atheist my whole life. Then I had kids, and I realized that God exists, and I started going to church. I had them baptized. I was baptized Roman Catholic, and I go to church every Sunday and just sit in awe. I even like the church itself, the fact that it was built there. It just seems so reverent and so thankful, and you turn around to your neighbor and you say, peace be with you, and it's so fulfilling. And I just see all my old high school buddies missing out on all this, and all these sad old dog moms. Femke Jansen's got a pile of balloons because her dog just turned 18 and she had a big birthday party for him. And you think, Jesus, do you have any idea how sad you look?
Is she still that attractive, though? I haven't seen her since Goldeneye.
You know what your dog is thinking at his birthday? He's thinking food, 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 sex, territory, territory, food, 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 sex, sex, territory, territory, food, 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 sex, food, food, food. He's not thinking, well, what are you doing sitting in my chair? You keep anthropomorphizing this, and it's almost like you had a miscarriage stuffed at a taxidermist and you're dancing around pretending you're a mom. Sorry.
So
it didn't work out for you, and it's not going to.
When preaching this message, as I said to you before we started the recording, I go, most oftentimes it comes off as quite abrasive. You say that you want to tell the world this. Have you thought about trying to maybe deliver this message in another way besides, well, I don't know. I think we both know what we're talking about, but it comes across combative a lot of the time.
I'm a New Yorker. I've lived here since the 90s. And though I'm British, my parents are Scottish. I was born in England. I grew up in Canada, moved to America when I was 29. But, in New York City, you don't have time for bullshit. So you can't, or you get sucked in. So you see the homeless guy, and he's got his spiel about, hey, man, I lost my Metro. And you just go, no, and walk. And it just saves a lot of time. Yeah. And the next thing you know, you have no time for frills, no time for bullshit. And when people start, or, I'll just be at a bar and someone will be telling me a long story, and I'll go, was I supposed to be listening that entire time? Because I got bored about a minute in, and you're still talking. And then they want to fight you, and then someone else grabs the guy and he's trying to beat you up, and then you go out the back door. I mean, it's just, I've been living in conflict since 1999, and it makes my voice come across as a complete asshole. But maybe that's because I've become a complete asshole.